Alright, working on the old Ford again today, and where we left you off, let me get that door for you. Alright, where we left you off is we just finished patching all these rod holes and stuff, and instead of grinding them down and do the body work continuing on that, I'm going to go under the truck and put this seat brace on. That's what attaches to that piece of metal there. That gets spot welded to the back, and it goes on something like that. And all it is a bracket that goes from one side of the truck to the other and runs along here. And right here, these are your seat bolts. So it just gives the front seat bracket a lot more support. Probably won't be getting much video under there of me working on it because there's not much room. You know, with me, there's going to be a lot of grinding, a lot of sparks, a lot of stuff. Sounds like we got an airplane going over. So, I'll wind up doing that, and we'll just show it to you when we're done. Show it to you at the beginning, then we'll show it to you when we're done. So, alright, let me get under there. It's not something I'm looking forward to doing. You know, because all the sparks and everything comes down on you, and then when you weld it, all the welding sparks come down. So it's got to be done now. All right, I'm under the truck here, and here's that patch panel we put in on the outside. Here's the bracket I cut from the outside too, and I'm gonna cut it right here where that black mark is. And here's the new one here. Cut that, and I'm going to butt that right up against there and spot weld that to that piece we put inside. I just say I'm not going to be able to show you much because I don't have much room here. I'm just going to cut this, weld it in. It's that simple. So we'll show you that when we're done. Alright, yeah, I got that all fit in place and clamped on the bottom, and it's a nice tight fit. Took me a couple hours, you know. I mean, stuff just don't go in there, you know. You got to cut this, cut that, and bend this, and you know, it takes a little bit, but it's flush where it's got to be, and it's gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be pretty easy to weld, other than being over my head. But there's the floor pan. Oh, floor pan actually looks pretty good from down here. All right, I'm gonna have to go answer that phone. Could be President Biden or somebody. Alright, we got that welded in. I'm glad I got that done because that was a pain in the balls. Don't worry too much about the welds because they're going to get ground down and then seam sealed and undercoated and every other thing. You'll never know the difference. So, alright, let's go outside here. Alright, it's still pretty early. It's only about 2 o'clock, so I think what I'm going to do is grind down all these welds here and get them ready for body work. I'm not going to do any body work, but just grind them down, make it nice, and then strip all this paint and this black stuff here and everything. I did that on this side, and came out pretty well. Alright, I'm going to sit down on my chair here in the shade, give me a drink, iced tea or something. Can't drink while we're on the job, right? So, gonna get me a stool, an iced tea, and just scrape all that paint off. Alright, we got that all ground down. We're happy with that. Like I say, it's going to get a thin layer of fiberglass filler on there. Same with that. That's all flush and smooth. And that whole thing's going to get a little thin coat of fiberglass filler. And even this. You know, so I'm happy with all that. I'm starting to scrape this, and you know, I could hit it with a grindstone or a sanding disc and stuff like that, but you know, you waste the material, and you know, it takes just as long to sand it and wire wheel it as it does just to scrape it. And I'll show you. You know, this is actually galvanized here, so paint really don't stick to galvanized too well. So let me throw you on a tripod, and I'll give you a couple minutes, maybe a minute. We don't want to give you too much boring stuff. So I'll show you how easy it comes up. Alright, I got here an old chisel my buddy Jim gave me. Not too fast for you to see Jim. and I use this thing a lot, and it's so easy. You get under that paint and it comes right off. Go this way a little bit. Well, somebody hit that with a cutoff wheel there. Didn't even go through. Hit that with a little body putty. Yeah, all you gotta do is get an edge and get under it. So I'll be done this in 15-20 minutes. Instead of kicking up all that dirt and dust and stuff like that. And got my fan, my Bernardo fan over there, and my seat. I'm chilling out. Got me a cold beverage. So I'm gonna finish this up, and then we'll turn these back on. Alright. Yeah, I removed all that paint. It took about a half hour. What did I say, about 20 minutes? It took me about a half hour, but I did take a water break. It is hot out here. And what I'm doing now is, see this white stuff down here? That's the old seam sealer, and you know, it's all hard and stuff. So what I'm doing is just digging it out. It's coming out pretty easy. Just take a little 1/4 inch chip out of there, and pulls right out. I got it all done all around there. Just got about 3 inches to do here. So, all right. I'm surprised. All this is almost about. It's about a half a quart. I got about a half a quart of paint. Where you at? Come on around here. I scraped about a half a quart of paint off. But we got it all done all the way down to here. You see? All the way down to here, so it's all ready. I'll have to acid treat this. I'll sand this with a scrubby wheel. And I don't know what I'm going to use for primer, because like I say, most primers don't stick well to galvanized, but you know, the paint came off easy. But you can't complain, right? It's been 55 years or so, more than 55 years, almost 60. So I don't know. I'll research it and see. We used to use zinc chromate on galvanized way back in the day, but I don't know what they use now. So we'll look into it. Alright, I'm going to wrap things up for the day. It's getting pretty late, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know what we'll be doing, but we'll see you tomorrow. Alright, yeah, it's been a few days here, and I did a little research on the primer for this galvanized stuff, and like I say, we used to use zinc chromate on that galvanized, you know, back in the day, but it's been outlawed, banned in the United States. I think they might still be using it over in Europe and stuff, and Great Britain and around there and over the pond. But here, I think it's been banned around 2002. And I thought I might have had some on the shelf, but I don't. So I looked into it, and they sell stuff they call it zinc chromate, but it's pretty much just the color of it. You know, it's like an olive drab green or something. But it's not the real thing, and they have zinc phosphate, and you know, that's supposed to have replaced it. But you know what we're going to do? We're just going to clean it up, put automotive primer on there like they did at the factory, and hope it lasts 60 years like this did. So that's where we're at there. But it's 20 degrees cooler than it was last time I seen you guys. And you know what I'm gonna do now? I got this. This is a bracket. You know, it looks like a bracket to mount the body on and everything. And that's what it is. But this piece here that's rusted away just holds the gas tank in. You know, it has like a little V on the bottom that was completely rusted away. But the rest of this bracket's okay. And this is actually the mount for the cab, and that's fine. So let's go over there and I will show you what it's supposed to look like. All right, here's the other one, and this one's in perfect condition. It looks like it's a little rusted and stuff, but this isn't rust. This is like a rubber coating to protect it. There's a little seam that sits in here, and the gas tank doesn't even sit in there. That just keeps it from moving front to back. The gas tank actually sits on these rubber pieces here, and this is just a lip that the gas tank sits in, and that's what rotted off on this thing. That's what it's flopping around here. It's that rubber coating or whatever that is. But let me show you over here. I happen to have the gas tank right here in the back of the taco, and this is what it sits in. This piece here, it's like it pinches the thing together. It's like a pinch weld. You can see the weld down here. But this goes around the whole tank. We're looking at the top now, but the bottom has that same pinch weld, and that just sits in there and just keeps the bottom from moving up and back. So we're going to go in the garage and we'll make that piece, and we'll see how it looks. Should be pretty easy. Yeah, the gas tank's actually the gas tank's in excellent condition. The reason I have it in the back of the taco here is there's no rust or anything in the tank. It's varnish and dirt from sitting, and I have it filled with detergent and degreaser and stuff, and I got it about 3/4 full, and I'm driving around with it, and hopefully it loosens up a little bit. And Mike tried pressure washing it for me, and it came off pretty good. So we're going to see what it looks like after we get done sloshing that degreaser around in there. So, all right, let's go inside and make a bracket to hold that thing in. All right. Yeah, this looks pretty crusty and everything, but it's really not too bad. I cleaned off an edge here and put the metal gauge on there, and it's 18 gauge. So we got a piece of that here, and looks like this little edge here to have is going to be perfect for it. It's just wide enough, a little wider than the piece I got, and should be able to make a V out of that, and have maybe about a 1/2 inch come over the top here, and we'll weld that on there, and that top is all good metal. So let's go over and I'll cut this piece, and we'll start bending something. Alright, here we cut our piece here and marked it. It was 3/4 of an inch on the inside, so I marked it out as 1 inch, and I left a little more than 5/8 of an inch here to bend over so we can attach it to that piece. So this is going to be pretty easy. We're going to pretty much bend this in half, but we got to leave 1/8 of an inch in there, you know, for the gas tank to go in. So let's go over there and we'll see what we can do. All right. We'll bend it in half here. This isn't all that critical. Hair protection on. Let me get the persuader here. Don't worry about denting it, because we'll straighten that all out in the end. Just try and keep your hits down at the bottom, minimize all the denting. now I got to go a little more past there, and then we'll put it in the vise here and try and straighten it. Let me get back to you on that one. All right, still there? All right, since one side is longer than the other right now, I'm just going to put it in here like this, and bend this other side down a little further. A little too far down on the other side there. Alright. Alright. If you remember that gas tank, that lip on the gas tank was about 1/8 of an inch. So what I got here is, I got an 1/8 of an inch piece of stock. And I'm just going to stick it on there like that and put it in your vise, and then we'll close up on it. Right. Looks to be working. There we go. Make sure my piece is all the way across there. Should do it. Alright, it's actually too good. So let me pry that off of there and get back to you. That closed it up real nice, but if you can see here, it's not really that tight. So what we're going to do is I'm going to tighten it up a little bit. Right on the edge. Okay, that's much better. Alright, now I'll see if I can get that off of there. Let me get the magic hammer. Alright, I'm back. Still didn't take this, still in view. A little bit. Yeah, still a little in view there. Okay, still didn't get this piece off. So I got the magic hammer and just tap it off. Alright, so far it's looking good. Now, get this out of your way. Now I want to bend this lip over here because that's our lip that we're going to weld. But we're going to have to find a thinner piece of 1/8 inch so I can put it in the vise here. Alright, I have a little piece of metal in there to keep our gap, our 1/8 inch gap. And I was looking at this piece here, and if you can see it, let me get this out of your way, that piece of plastic. It's not quite a 90 there. It's about a 70-degree angle, I guess. So we're not gonna bend it flat all the way. Forgot to tell you to put your headphones on. Hearing protection. I'm trying to keep it straight back here and get the angle we want. You chuck up on your handle here and you get better control. Let's take a look at it. Okay, that's pretty good. See the angle? Let me get that out of your way there. Piece of plastic. See, now this piece here, you could adjust this with a screwdriver once it's in the truck and everything. Looks like I could have bent it a little further. I might do that just a little more. Alright, alright. Yeah, I think we've pretty much got the angle we want there. I don't know if you can see that. Pretty close. Like I said, once it's in the truck, you can bend that in or out with a screwdriver and everything, but at least got the basic shape. Now I'm gonna clean up the edges here, make it the right size, and we'll weld it in place. Alright, yeah, we got it all cleaned up and ready to weld and clamped in place, so let's do that. Alright, yeah, we got that all welded up, and I'm happy the way it looks. It's solid. I don't think you can buy this piece. I haven't seen this piece anywhere, so we had to fix it. I cleaned up in here, and that's the original color of the truck there. I cleaned that up, but I'm gonna paint that with frame paint before I put this on, and it fits nice. I'm happy with that. See the way that one fits? It fits just like. Let's go over to the truck, see how the V is. See our little V. Alright, the reason you had to put that on an angle, you see the way this tank is sitting right now? That seam is just about perfectly vertical. But if you look at the tank itself, the tank looks like it's leaning that way. And this is the way it sits in the truck. You know, this back piece leans up against the back of the pickup truck. So this here needs to be straight up and down, which would make that an angle on the bottom, and that would create that. But anyway, see how it fits. All right, yeah, it's fitting pretty good. Don't forget, we want to put some kind of tape or plastic in there, you know, just so you don't have metal on metal. And we're happy. So I'm going to acid treat this and get rid of all that rust. And I wire wheeled and stuff, got rid of most of that rust, but we'll acid treat it and then put frame paint on it. Same with this, treat it and put frame paint on it. And then I think a little dirt bike's coming over tonight. He can help me put that in there. You need two people, you know, one to hold the bolt and one to tighten it. With the front ones I can do it myself because I can reach it, but can't reach these, too much stuff in the way. Alright, let me clean them up, paint them up, so when he gets here we can tighten that back down and be done with it. Alright, I got that all painted up there with the frame paint. Here's our bracket. Still a little wet, but that's okay. And got my ace mechanic here.
Thanks.
And his assistant. And they volunteered to put that on while I film. Alright, let me get out of your way. You know what? I'm going to get on the other side.
Go ahead.
Alright, whoa, 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 whoa.
Watch out.
Be careful, Road King. That should go right through, buddy. There you go. There you go. How's it looking down there?
Pretty good.
Let me see if I can get down here. There it is.
Got it? Yep.
Alright, so there you go. We got our mounts in all over. 4 mounts. 4 brand new mounts on this truck. We're lucky we didn't make a turn when we had it on earlier, buddy. We would have lost the cab.
Yeah.
So, alright. I think we got enough on this, so what do you say?
Alright, enough of this.
Enough of this, man. Alright, see you guys later.